Good morning, everyone, and welcome to my presentation. First of all, let me thank all of you for coming here today, especially to the device that took part in our travel business, namely the director, marketing, and the division, along with several departments in the inbound and outbound divisions I am part of. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Agus Maulana, and I am responsible for managing the condition for the level of interest of customer who want to use our travel service. I am in the marketing department division. Okay, what I want to present to you today, uh, some of the let's strategy ideas to be prepare for package after the end of this COVID-19. My discussion is very relevant for those who want to immediately carry out post-pandemic holiday activities by enjoying of the disease that we will prepare later. What I want to do is tell you about some of the latest design to revive the finance situation that has hit our agency as a result of the pandemic. In my presentation, I will focus on the three main issues. Uh, First of all, I want to give an overview of the decline in the number of COVID-19, which means that some tourist attraction will be reopened as normal, and also the strategy that we will make to incentivize our travel service. Next, I will focus on the current trend and relate in it to a strategy that we can run later. Last of all, I will be dealing with the addition of an item that will be received by service user that can make them an experience or something to remember when they finish using our travel business. My presentation will take about 13 minutes. I can email a PowerPoint presentation to anyone who wants it. Please interrupt me if there is anything that needs to be clarified. Otherwise, there will be time for discussion at the end. Okay, our first focus is related to problem that has faced from external factor, namely COVID-19 pandemic, which was declared a global emergency on January 30, 2020, and has caused more than 40 million cases and 1.12 million deaths globally until October 2020. The pandemic this not only has an impact on the health crisis, but also on the social and economic condition of the community. Impact on the tourism sector due to COVID-19 include temporary closure of 1,500 hotel in June 2020, permanent closure of area room, and termination of employment by Traveloka and uh, 25% by Airbnb, and temporary closure of restaurant, shopping center, tourist attraction, and entertainment center. First, let me quickly explain the graph as the graph we have received in the last 2 years. I'd like you to think about the significance of the here in 2019. We saw model fall. Then this also caused a significant decrease for the service user we received around 60% of the decline that occurred from 2020 to the beginning of 2022. But currently, the pandemic condition has decreased enough and has resulted in the reopening of several national tourist attractions that can be used. Then the first strategy to be developed, we make it the destination of our travel agent. Here we can carry out the led strategy. where we can make a tour package, especially for service user who come from an agency and come from several school that holy study tour or release event for the student. Regarding the tour package, maybe we can start with a 20% discount for customer who use our service letter about that is mix and match with several other strategies which I will explain later. Do you think it's possible? In 2019 until 2022, we saw a moderate fall statistics show that company revenue has decreased considerably. It's June or that in the middle of 2022, the pandemic situation will also see soon decline, which requires us to immediately make the latest strategy so that we are not left behind or distracted by other agencies that provide the same service. That brings me to the end of my first point for the newest strategy we can access. Before I move on, I like to recap the main point in the first strategy, where we will create a tour package and then mix and match with other strategy that may service use as interest in using our service. Let's now move on to the second strategy, which is to prioritize the current trend when where our again focus on service user who are teenager who come from a school or agency and other your group. We take advantage of exciting trend from several applications such as Instagram and TikTok. Because we offer service from the availability of our transportation, what we can take advantage of is to make an attractive appearance on the bus that we use. The display can be an image that is currently trend on or the destination to be addressed in the hope that user can take picture with the bus, then publish on their respective social media account and can make our travel agent know to many people. As a point out in verse 14, giving the discount, although it looks a little or again also provide an attractive new reference for a service user who will use our travel service. In addition to this, I like to say that I would like to say that this change in reference can also be made into a branding for our service by including some ornament or things related to service. Okay, let's look like this problem in habit more detail regarding the current trend. Where currently both teenager and adult already have social media accounts that are currently on the rise, uh, such as TikTok and Instagram. Everyone can access and videos and photos will be shared. Of course, it will reach fans who are in accordance with our activities. For example, TikTok will show a video of the same interest when someone has an interest in traveling, and also Instagram, which display pretty good photo that can be enjoyed by user and in it the hope of attracting service user other to use our service user. Okay, uh, the ex- the excitement of making tour package by changing the appearance of the bus to be attractive or some of the things to complete the latest development strategy for the operation of our travel agency. Well, let's move on to the last commentary idea. So, what does it mean? This means that we can almost complete the preparation that we will launch later to make our travel agency more widely known and developed. Are you following me so far? Everyone seems to understand very well that what I explained earlier. Let's now look at this next slide, which show an additional strategy of what we will run, namely by providing merchandise in the form of souvenir from our travel as souvenir for tourists who use our service. With these souvenirs, it can provide a memento for service user and can be more satisfied with the service we provide. Well, this brings me to the end of my presentation. In conclusion, I like to recap the overall strategic idea that we will plan, namely by making a tour package with a 20% discount, then giving the less preference for our travel bus, instead providing souvenir as souvenir for service user. In my opinion, we should provide the best offer that we can give to our target market, so that our bus business can be more advanced in the future. Before I finish, let me just say a big thank you to the team who were willing to attend today's meeting. If you have any question, I'll be pleased to answer them. So, do you really want to miss this opportunity to get ahead of competitors? Of course, not right. Uh, as the saying goes, on our 2 or 3 islands are crossed, so we can run this strategy and get many benefits that can be accepted by both parties. So, that's the plan. Now let's go and put into the practice. Okay, any question from the professor of idea that I brought? Okay, okay, thank you. So, if I understood you correctly, you would like to know whether there will be obstacle that will be faced when going to issue the idea, right? Okay, let me answer. Of course, there will be obstacle that we will go through because we have to really maximize the initial amount that we will apply for our travel service rental before there is a discount. Plus the cost that will be incurred when we change the event of our bus. So I think we can recheck this first with the cash receipt section of our travel business. Uh, does that answer your question? Okay, thank you. I'm glad you asked that. Okay, any other question? Okay, if there are no other question, I'll finish there. Thank you very much. See you at the next meeting to discuss the continued of the idea that we will have. Thank you. Bye bye.